Welcome back to College Sports Central, and I know it's been a while. I ended up getting super busy this summer, so I didn't have time to finish all of the preseason predictions. But schedules ended up changing after I released most of those videos. I got some comments thinking that I did the predictions wrong, putting the wrong schedule in, which it ended up just being that they released new schedules and changed a couple weeks around, flipped the home team in some of them. So that's what happened there. We'll go ahead and just ignore those. They're mostly not going to change a ton, but we're going to be starting from week 0. This is the only week where I won't be predicting just the top 25 games because there are no top 25 games this week. And it'll be a little bit different how it works this year. I'm still going to give you my straight up prediction, but I'm also going to do a spread prediction for every single game. And basically how it's going to work, I'm going to have the team I think is going to win. I'm going to have their record highlighted in green, and I'm going to have the spread prediction somewhere near their logo, and that is going to be green. You'll see how it works in just a second with our first game. First game of the year is going to be Nebraska and Illinois. Now, this game was originally supposed to be a neutral site game in Ireland, but it ended up getting moved back to next year, and I believe it's still Nebraska, but I think Northwestern is going to go instead of Illinois. Anyways, as you can see, I've picked Nebraska in this game. I think Adrian Martinez is going to be a pretty big factor here, and it's also why I'm taking Nebraska to cover the spread. Right now it's at 7 points. I think Nebraska's probably going to win by a touchdown or more, so I'm pretty confident in that spread pick. Now, in case you're wondering, if I did pick Illinois against the spread, that would be +7, and I put it above Illinois' logo. So that's how you would know which team I'm picking to cover their spread. Anyways, we'll go on to the next game, which is Fresno State and UConn. Now, I am taking Fresno State to win this game. I think they'll do so pretty comfortably, but I'm not super high on this Fresno State team, so I am actually going to take UConn to cover the 27.5 point spread. So I think Fresno State will win, maybe by 3 touchdowns, maybe 24. I just don't see them winning this game by 28 points, which, you know, if they do, that'd be barely over that spread, which is obviously why the odds makers put it there at 27.5 points. But I'm going to go ahead and go with UConn to cover this spread. It's kind of a risky pick, but I feel pretty good about it. So Bulldogs straight up, but UConn will cover the spread. Hawaii and UCLA. This one, it was a tough game to pick for the spread. I'm definitely going to go with UCLA to win it straight up, but I could see Hawaii possibly covering this 17-point spread. UCLA's not going to be too great in the Pac-12 this year. They'll definitely be able to win this game, but I don't know if they'll be able to do it by 17 points. It's definitely going to depend on how good Hawaii is this year. I don't think they'll be too amazing, but they definitely have the capability to cover a 17-point spread in week 1. However, I'm going to go ahead and take UCLA to cover, probably winning by 20. But if not, I wouldn't be shocked if Hawaii lost the game but did cover that 17-point spread, maybe a 13-point loss or something like that. Next up is UTEP at New Mexico State. This one I'm going to go with UTEP to win it on the road, and I'm going to go ahead and take them to cover. I don't think it'll be a huge blowout win, but I think they probably will be somewhere in the double digits, maybe only 10 or 13, but I think they can probably cover that 9-point spread. Finally, San Jose State and Southern Utah. This game doesn't currently have a spread out for it yet. I'm definitely taking San Jose State straight up, but I think the spread's probably going to open somewhere around 23.5, forcing you to pick between that 3 touchdowns victory for San Jose State, or 3 touchdowns and a field goal. That seems probably about where it'll be. Now, if this is like a 30.5 point spread when it opens, or when it's close to game time for San Jose State, I'll go ahead and just not count this game to my prediction record for this year, because the spread was off, especially if they win by like 24 and the closing spread's 30. It wouldn't exactly be fair to have this as the spread. But if it opens somewhere around here, we'll go ahead and keep this in. Anyways, I'm taking San Jose State. They'll probably win by about 24 to 30 points, somewhere in there. Now, finally, this isn't going to have anything on it yet, obviously, because this is the Week 0 predictions video. But this is going to be how it sets up at the end of every video. We'll be able to track my straight-up predictions and against the spread predictions. And then, as you can see at the bottom, slightly smaller print, but we're going to be tracking FPI as well and see if we can beat the computer for this year. Anyways, that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching, and you can expect the Week 1 predictions video for the top 25 teams to be out as soon as we get the spreads for the last ones of those. I know Coastal Carolina, Utah, Arizona State, and Iowa State all don't have spreads for their games yet. Once those are released, I'll go ahead and make that video. I've already got most of it done. I just need those spreads. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in that next video.